Welcome to Play to Win, where we play to win. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Cam. This week, we're finding out which commander from Modern Horizons 3 is best in cEDH.
This video is brought to you in part by Dragon Shield. Use code PLAYTOWIN5 at the affiliate link down below for 5% off to help support the show.
And make sure you check us out on Patreon to help support us directly and get awesome extra perks.
So we have Nate on the NECROBLOOM, Fungal Infection. I'm playing PLHAGE, my soldiers rage. Cam is on Nadu, the commander Watsi forgot to test. And Tyler's playing IMSKIR, Hungry Demon. Any pre-games?
Nope.
Good luck, have fun.
Draw 1, 39, delayed halfling.
I go?
Yep.
I'll draw. Elegant Parlor. Surveil. I'll bin a land. Command tower can go. Pass.
I'll draw. Mox Diamond, getting rid of Minamo. Play a Polluted Delta, and I'll crack that. 39 for a Tropical Island, and cast the Greaves. I will pass the turn.
Giraffe turn, cast a Mana Crypt. I'll cast a Mishra's Bauble, cast a Jeweled Lotus. I will cast an Arcane Signet.
Whoa!
I just drew the Arcane Signet for turn. That was delightful. This means I'm at 4, so I could crack Jeweled Lotus and just draw 1. I'm just gonna pass the turn from there.
Untap, upkeep, I will draw. Godless Shrine as my land for turn. Tapped. Lotho, 38, and I'll pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw card. Mana Confluence. Pass.
On your end step, I will pay 2 to have Noxious Revival target my Polluted Delta. Noxious Revivaling your land back is never really the best thing that you want to use it for, but when you already have Greaves out on turn 1, having Nadu on turn 2 is like super important.
The earlier you can get Nadu out, the better, I think.
Untap and draw. I'll play a land for turn and crack it.
I'll respond with an Archivist of Ogma.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
God.
Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm going to 36. You know what? I'll get Breeding Pool.
I'll go to 39 from the Mana Confluence, but then gain a life back up to 40 with the Archivist of Ogma once I draw.
I'll cast Nadu. I'll put Greaves onto Nadu. Get a trigger. Reveal Force of Negation.
We are totally fucked.
Well, the problem is I can't re-target Nadu right now.
Because it has Shroud.
Because it has Shroud. I guess it has Haste. I could attack. No. Pass.
Untap. I will roll for Crypt. Odds are ouch. No damage. Draft turn. I've made a terrible mistake. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Cast a Wheel of Fortune.
I have no response.
I'm going to pass then.
Cool. Me too. I don't have a second blue card, so.
I'm discarding
Get rid of
Pyrokinesis, which I'm really regretting not casting on the bird. I definitely could have cast the Pyrokinesis on the Nadu. To be honest, this is like one of the first times I'm playing Nadu, so I'm not sure if it's a kill on site right away or wait and maybe see if something better pops up. I wasn't planning on you having 7 fresh cards in your hand. Had I known that, I think I would have been even more interested in killing the Nadu. But even so, looking back, I probably should have just killed it, not given you a chance to do anything.
Yeah, it sucks that you don't have the chance because of Shroud to do it with the wheel on the stack either, so.
Yeah. And I don't want to, like, I could destroy all of Nate's board, but if anything, like, it doesn't seem great. Like, I don't know if I want Nate to be further behind right now, because you're the person that I'm afraid of.
Fortunately, I'm discarding 6 Chain of Smog.
Well, I had to discard Scoot Swarm.
I'll draw 7.
I will play an Ancient Tomb as land for turn. I'm going to cast this Necessity to top, losing 2 life, going to 38.
I get a treasure and lose a life. I'm at 37.
Using the div top mana to look at 3, put him back in any order. Great. Cast an Urza's Bauble, and I will cast an Engineered Explosives. And then I'm going to pass the turn.
I was totally wrong about the amount of artifacts that IMSKIR might have in play at one time. Holy cow, this is wild.
I mean, Tyler did keep a hand with no lands in the starting hand, so I think it's fair that everything else is an artifact. That makes sense.
Oops, all artifacts.
I'm going to draw a card, cast Mox Diamond, discarding Overgrown Tomb, going to 36 from Mana Confluence, and I'm going to cast my commander, the NECROBLOOM. Play my land for turn. I get a plant. I'm going to sack my treasure, cast Esper Sentinel, and I'll pass turn.
Go to my turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw card. Sacred Foundry. Go to 38. Let's cast PLHAGE. ETB, I'll Helix the Delighted Halfling. I'll go up to 41. I guess I will go to combat and I'll attack Tyler for 2.
I accept. I am at 36.
Pass turn after that.
I will draw. Play Rejuvenating Springs. I'll pay 2 for a Fettle Alchemist. I will equip Greaves to the Alchemist. Reveal Waterlogged Grove, come into play. Put it on Nadu. Reveal Windswept Teeth, put it into play. Put it back on Alchemist. Reveal Mishra's Factory, put it into play. Put it back on Nadu. Reveal Lotus Petal, put it into my hands. Move to combat. I'll attack Nate in the air for 3.
I will take 3.
I really wish I didn't attack here. I didn't fully understand what all I was about to do. Tap Mishra to activate itself, turning it into a creature. Mishra's Factory is the card I meant to say.
Yep.
I'll put Greaves on it and get a trigger. Find a Cradle. I'll put it back on the Alchemist and then put it back on the Factory to get another trigger. Find a Spring Heart. Cast the Spring Heart Nakuto.
I am confirming preconceived notions I have that this commander is a kill on sight every single time, no matter what, at all costs. Don't bother thinking maybe your removal will be better for something else. Lesson learned.
In response to the Nantuko, I will crack my Bloodstained Mark, go and do 32.
Trigger. I'll go to 42 after you search your library. Draw a card.
Nate, you also have a Lotho trigger with the Spring Heart on the stack too.
Thank you. I'll be at 31, and I'll have a treasure. I'm going to cast Silence.
I pass.
Silence.
Yeah.
I'll cast Force of Will, pitching Phyrexian Metamorph.
Sure.
Losing life to 33.
Do you pay Esper Sentinel?
Yeah, I'll pay for Esper Sentinel. 32 is my new life total. Nakuto resolves.
Springheart Nantuko, a card that we probably should have talked in the set review. To be honest, I wasn't thinking about this deck like enough when we saw this card. I also didn't quite fully realize that this is just a 2-mana landfall make a bug card. It doesn't have to be bestowed onto something. You don't have to pay that extra green and a generic mana. You can just be 2-mana creature that whenever land comes into play, make a 1/1. That's good enough, especially in this deck because those 1/1s are so precious because you can equip steps to them and get 2 extra Nadu triggers for each token. So every time a land comes in, do it again. Out of the cards that you reveal with Nadu, a good chunk of them are going to be lands. Do it again. We're in like almost loop range already.
Put Greaves on it. Get a trigger. Reveal the One Ring. Put Greaves on the Alchemist and put it back on the Nantuko. Reveal a Boreal Druid. Crack Windswept Teeth. Go to 31.
That's another trigger for me.
I'll find Dryad Arbor.
I'll draw a card and gain a life up to 43.
When Dryad Arbor enters the battlefield, I will make a 1/1 insect with the Nantuko. Let's put Greaves on Dryad Arbor. Get a trigger. Reveal Rhystic Study. Put it on this 1/1. Get another trigger. Reveal Delighted Halfling. Put it back on the Arbor. Get a trigger. Otawara comes into play, giving me yet another 1/1. And then I'll put it on my first 1/1, getting its second trigger. That will reveal Chain of Vapor, putting that back to my hand. I'll put the Greaves on the new 1/1 that I made and reveal Yavimaya Coast, making another 1/1.
This is worse than Kark and Sakashima.
I will put the Greaves on the new 1/1, getting a trigger, revealing Cephalid Coliseum, finding another 1/1. These things have used all their triggers up. At this point, I'm still doing a good job of tracking everything.
we need someone to create tokens that are just like where you could put your pile of creatures of like creatures that haven't been Nadu'd, creatures that have been Nadu'd once, creatures that have been Nadu'd twice.
I'll put it on the new 1/1 and get another trigger. We found Jeweled Lotus, that will go to hand. We'll go back to this one, get its second trigger, find Psych Rift. That's something that we really need. Let's go to the next one, find Spellseeker, which is really helpful. Go to the next one, find Beseju, which will come into play and give me another 1/1. All these 1/1s are done. Now I have this 1/1, which I'll equip to. We'll reveal March of Swirling Mist, and then equip it to something else and re-equip, and we'll reveal the Sylvan Paradise. Okay. Cast Lotus Petal. Cast Jeweled Lotus. Tap for a blue, and cast Chain of Vapor, targeting Nadu.
I was waiting for this.
Yeah.
Bounce Nadu back to my hand. I'll crack Jeweled Lotus and Lotus Petal to cast Nadu. Nadu resets all of these fuckers. I don't play any extra turn spells, and I guess since I already went to combat, I can't win this turn. Can't I? So I guess I just have to do everything I can to make sure that I can't lose. Trigger on Mishra's Factory here. We found Trinket Mage. We'll put it on Nadu. Find Mana Crypt. Put it back on Mishra's Factory. Find Veil of Summer. Put it back on Nadu. Find Swan Song. Put it on Alchemist, which I don't remember now if it was tapped or untapped, but I'm going to pretend like it was tapped.
It wasn't tapped. We're doing a lot of talking between a lot of these plays. So some things got moved around. That card should not be tapped. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make a difference.
It's not going to affect nothing. Reveal City of Brass. This will make me another 1/1. Put it on the Nakuto. Reveal Spirit Guide. Put it back on the Alchemist. Reveal Flusterstorm. Put it back on the Nantuko. Reveal Mystic Remora. Put it on Dryad Arbor. Reveal Invasion of Ikoria. Put it on this 1/1. Reveal Archdruid's Charm. Let's go back to Dryad Arbor then and reveal Flesh Duplicate and go back to this 1/1 and reveal Displacer Kitten. That's one of the pieces.
That's what we need. Yeah. The tricky part about this line is that you can't really it's sort of Gitrog-ish. Like you can't just say, I'm going to do this 20 times. You know what I mean? Like, because in between each time, there's like lands that could come in, creating more triggers.
Because I'm only making another creature to get more triggers when land enters, and that's only 1/3, a little bit over 1/3 of my deck, that means that 2/3 of the time, I'm not getting another creature to basically make sure that I can get infinite, at least for me in my brain. But if you know something else that I don't, let me know.
If you found the line earlier, tell us where we could have won.
Yeah. Let's go to this other 1/1 here. Reveal Flooded Strand, make another 1/1. Let's put it on this 1/1. Reveal an island and then make another 1/1. Back over here. Reveal Seeker of the Skybreak. Go back over here. Reveal Lotus Cobra. 13 mana.
Those two that you just moved up there, they've been targeted once though, right?
Yes, I'm not going through this much longer.
Okay.
I'm using a blue and 2 of the green to cast a Spell Seeker.
I smell an Archivist of Agma trigger.
I will find Finale of Devastation. A blue losing 1 down to 30, and then 6, Overload Cyclonic Rift.
I'm going to crack this Urza's Bubble and this Mishra's Bubble. I want to look at a card at random from Cameron's hand.
Pick pile number 1, pick pile number 2, pick pile number 3.
I want the third card in pile number 3.
This is the third card. You ready? I'm just going to show the class. Oh, yeah, that's Sylvan's Blessing. That targets everything. No wonder why he had no idea what that card was. Also, right now, the reason why I tutored for Finale and I'm Psych Rifting is because I don't think that I can win this turn as I'm going through this line. So I'm trying to set it up so that I'm like looking for all these counter spells so that I can pass the turn and make sure that no one can resolve anything.
I wouldn't have even won at this point. I would have just Psych Rifted, found 3 counter spells and say, pass the turn, you guys can't win that. You have much more determination than I do.
As we were chatting, it was determined that I had things that I could do to win this turn. And if that's more optimal, I'm going to try to go for that.
And the top of the library.
Oh, and the top of the library.
And the top of the library, yep.
I don't get to see it, so here's my closed eyes.
Psych Rift?
I'll spend 4 of this floating green on the 1 ring for extra protection. Here's the problem. I have to keep going. My problem is that I don't have enough counter magic to make sure that, like, I'm not just gonna lose to engineered explosives and shit. You know what I'll do then? I'll put it up on one of the things that already has one of the triggers. So we'll get a Sylvan Safekeeper. We'll do it to the other one and we'll find Crop Rotation. Cast Crop Rotation, sacrificing Island, and put Field of the Dead into play.
You have enough?
Let's put Greaves on Spellseeker. Find Ancient Tomb, comes into play, makes me another 1/1. Put it on a 1/1, find Paradise Mantle, put it back on Spellseeker, find Elvish Mystic, put it back on this 1/1, and find Tribute Mage. Put it on this 1/1, find Unctus, put it on this 1/1, find Hedge Maze, get a Surveil, and make a new 1/1. Put it on this 1/1 again, reveal Endurance. Put it on this 1/1 again, reveal Shifting Woodlands. Comes into play, makes me another 1/1.
And a 2/2.
Oh, yep. I should have had a 2/2 with the last one as well that I didn't make.
Couple 2/2s.
So let's put one on here, reveal Urza Saga, make another 2/2, which will be this, and make another 1/1, and then put Greaves on this 1/1, reveal Fierce Guardianship. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Put it back on this 1/1 and reveal Gemstone, make another 2/2 and another 1/1. Put it over here, reveal Legolas's Quick Reflexes, put it over here, reveal Cavernous Souls. So Cavernous Souls comes in, I'll make another 1/1 and another 2/2.
What do you name?
Wizard. Cast Endurance, pitching Sylvan Paradise. The actual ability, the ETB ability, will go on the stack first and then Evoke trigger. So Evoke will happen, I'll sacrifice it, and then I'll target myself to shuffle my graveyard in.
Shuffle to the bottom.
Fuck. Crack your fetch land right now.
All right, after that, I'll crack my Flooded Strand to 29. Find an island. Finding an island gives me an additional 1/1 and additional 2/2.
I've got 1 land in play.
It will take a long time, but if I go through my deck until I can find Eternal Witness, Jeweled Lotus, and Lotus Petal again, with Displacer Kitten in my hand and using Endurance to keep returning my graveyard back to my library, because every time I do Displacer Kitten on Eternal Witness, I'll have a Nadu trigger. So with Displacer Kitten, Eternal Witness, Jeweled Lotus, Endurance, and Lotus Petal, I will be able to make infinite mana looping through the rest of the cards in my deck.
Displacer Kitten out, Eternal Witness out, Lotus Petal, Jeweled Lotus, cast the Lotus Petal, use the Displacer Kitten to flicker the Eternal Witness, get something back, sacrifice the Lotus Petal for mana, cast the Jeweled Lotus, use the Displacer Kitten trigger to flicker the Eternal Witness, get the Lotus Petal back, sacrifice the Jeweled Lotus for mana, cast the Lotus Petal, etc., going through creating a loop of infinite mana for your commander, and then infinite mana of any color. That's the loop.
While also going through my whole deck with Nadu triggers, which importantly is not actually a draw, so I won't lose the game if there's no cards in my library. Because I'll have infinite mana, I can keep finding Cephalid Coliseum and putting it into play either through Nadu triggers or through the use of crop rotation, so that I can keep using my infinite blue mana to mill everyone out that way. And even before I did all of this, I even have the card Docent of the Falling Leaf that I can just work my way to so that I do this before I even start to make infinite mana.
We draw a whole decks and die?
You guys will draw and discard your whole decks and die.
One thing we didn't mention is the threshold. You'll have to just like cast some more rocks or free spells or whatever with your infinite mana, put them to the graveyard so you have threshold, and then endurance will put them back in.
There's billions of ways I could use. I could sacrifice lands to Sylvan Safekeeper, right?
We should have gotten better at saying specifically what you are doing, but this is new deck, new Nadu. We're trying our best to figure out how to fucking find a win.
I want to play this a ton more, and hopefully soon I'll be able to have a good way to organize everything so that my board doesn't look like this.
It's not helpful that all of those tokens, the elementals and goblins, those are all supposed to be bugs.
They're all bugs, but they all have the right stats.
Yeah, they're all 1/1s.
They're all 1/1s. They all have the right stats. It doesn't matter what they look like. They're all just in costumes.
Yeah. All right, that was a great game. Let's go to another game where something different happens.
Game 2.
We're ready?
Yep.
Any pre-games?
Yes.
Nope. Let's see it.
Gemstone Cavern, Exiling, Marsh Flats.
Tyler, take us away.
Draw for turn, play a Scalding Tarn. I'll crack that for a Badlands, going down to 39. I'll search at the end. I'm going to use that Badlands to cast a Soul Ring, and I'm also going to cast a Mox Opal. I'll pass from there.
Draw Ancient Tomb. I'm going to cast 6. 38, and I'll pass.
I'll draw Marsh Flats, crack for Plateau, and cast Esper Sentinel. Go to 39.
I think I'll mental misstep that one.
You're kidding me, not the Soul Ring. Okay, pass my turn. It resolves.
No, I don't like mental misstepping mana. I only like mental misstepping good things.
Good thing, as if Soul Ring is a worse card than Esper Sentinel.
It depends on where you are in the game.
Yeah, right here in the beginning. Soul Ring is so good.
I really don't want to admit this.
What?
I long term totally regret that. City of Brass and pass, actually.
Untap, draw for turn. Go to Foothills, crack that. I guess I'm just going to get an untapped Blood Crypt 36. I'm going to pay 2 plus the Blood Crypt plus the Badlands and cast the One Ring.
It's a cool Soul Ring that got you to a 1 ring.
Thanks for saying that, Nate. I appreciate that. I wasn't going to.
And then I'm going to activate right away. Draw 1 card. I'm going to cast the Chrome Box. I'm going to pitch this Persist. That's not correct. No one knows I have that. Don't worry about it. I'm going to pitch this Rite of Flame. I am going to tap for red and black and cast a Demonic Tutor.
Not bad.
Holy shit, yeah.
Drawing the Chrome Mox off the One Ring was pretty good with the Mox Opal.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's good.
I have detutored a card, and I am good to pass from there.
Untap, upkeep, I will draw. Go to combat. I'm going to come at Cameron for 2.
Makes sense.
When it attacks, I mill 3. I may put a land from them in my hand. A Dance of the Dead and Mox Diamond, and then Bayou's go in my hand.
Nice. I'll take 2. 36 is my new life total.
I'm going to retrace my Mox Diamond, discarding City of Brass. I'm going to discard a land. I'm going to go to 36. I'm going to shock in Temple Garden.
So many lands.
A lot of lands.
Yeah, I'm going to Cactus Captain. I'm going to go to 34. Have 1 colorless floating.
Ranger Captain, you got it.
Get Sentinel, and I'll cast Esper Sentinel. And then I'll pass.
Okay, I'm feeling very behind. I will draw a card. Play Prismatic Vista. Fetch. 38. Find Basic Plains. Meticulous Excavation.
May I draw a card?
I will pay for the Esper Sentinel. And that's it. I will pass my turn.
We'll go to mine. I'll draw. I'll play a Breeding Pool untapped and go to 34. Exile Simian Spirit Guide for a green and go down to 33 for Nadu. With that, I will pass.
Untap. I have a One Ring trigger on this deck. I'm at 35. I will draw for turn. I'm going to activate the One Ring. Draw 2. Play a Luxury Suite as land for turn. I'm going to leave 1 colorless floating, cast a Dockside. ETB, I'll make 3 treasures. That puts me at 7 artifacts. So with Affinity, this guy now costs just a red and a black. So I'm going to go ahead and cast my commander with Mox Opal and Chrome Mox. I do still have 1 colorless floating.
Yep, I also pass.
2.
Enters the battlefield. I draw X and lose X, where X is half rounded down. So half rounded down would be 3. Draw 3 and go to 32.
2 mana 5/5 that draws 3 cards. Not bad.
Not bad.
It's hard not to compare it to something like Obnixilis or the new Rakdos, but it seemed like it's something, maybe.
I'm going to cast a Mishra's Bauble because I just feel like I should.
Esper Sentinel trigger?
I will use my 1 colorless to pay for it. I'm going to pay 1 black and cast an Entomb.
Uh-oh. Warning, warning.
We definitely don't know about Persist in his hand.
We...
That's right. definitely have no idea.
We have no idea if he has persist in his hand or
I mean,
not.
why
so.
truly? Why else would he sorcery speed and entomb? Why not wait?
Yeah, either way, because he could have animate dead too.
Nate.
Yeah, I'm sacking my captain.
Cool. So Entomb resolves, putting Broodlord in the graveyard, and make you guys deal with it. I am good to pass the turn.
Once that upkeep, I will draw. Land for turn is Emergent Zone. Go to combat. Attack Dylan. On attack, I have a trigger. Deafening Silence, Witchclaw, Verdant Catacombs. So I'll put Verdant Catacombs to my hand. Go to my second main. Discarding Verdant Catacombs. I'll cast Ranger Captain.
Wow.
I pass priority.
Yeah, let's keep Tyler under this thumb. Yeah, that sounds great.
That 6 play to bring back Ranger Captain is very good. We were all very excited about it. So excited, in fact, that we may have forgotten what IMSKIR actually does.
Yeah, there's more text on that card.
I'm gonna Ranger Captain. I'm gonna get Deathrite. I'm gonna cast Deathrite. I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna pass.
Go to my turn. Untap, upkeep, draw card. Play a silence. Sorry. Nothing. Play a plains, cast Savine's Reclamation, targeting Esper Sentinel.
So I'm gonna draw.
Yeah, Esper Sentinel trigger, I'm not gonna pay. Sorry, everybody.
I drew.
Esper Sentinel's back. Pass turn.
In Dylan's end step, I'm just going to crack the Mishra's Bauble, and I'm going to target Cameron. All right, good deal. So in your upkeep, I will draw a card.
I drew for turn. I'm casting Llanowar Elves, and then I'm just passing.
Kind of surprising that this is your turn 3 after what we just saw from Nadu.
Yeah, this was a much different, much worse hand that did not come with a equip 0 artifact in it.
They're not all gems.
I probably should have mulligans more.
It's hard to say with this deck. Like, yeah, we don't know yet if Nadu is like a value deck that wants to keep a good 6 or a deck that just says, fuck it, turbo, I want to win on turn 3.
In the end step, I'm going to pay 1 and sacrifice 3 treasures to activate IMSKIR, sacrificing the One Ring. Deal 4 damage to target Ranger Captain.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll sack it.
This is what we were talking about that IMSKIR. I wonder if Nate should have maybe gotten the Deafening Silence back instead.
Go to my turn?
Yep.
Untap. Draw for turn. I'm going to leave a colorless floating, cast a Cabal Ritual.
Esper Sentinel trigger.
Esper Sentinel trigger.
I will not pay for either.
Oh, draw card.
Yep.
I pass.
Me too.
I will have 5 black mana. Cast that persist, targeting the Hoarding Broodlord.
No response.
No response.
Going to 32, an offer you can't refuse.
I cannot refuse that. I'll make 2 treasures. Cast an Underworld Breach.
Oh.
No, I have no response.
No response.
Oh, okay.
Use 2 of my floating black mana to escape persist, targeting Hoarding Broodlord.
Yep.
Goodbye.
No response.
All good by me too.
Broodlord ETB?
We forgot to ask for Esper Sentinels from the offer.
Right.
That's true.
Should I pause?
Esper Sentinel trigger.
Yeah.
I can't pay for them.
Nah, I don't think either one of us
Doesn't
would.
matter. Obviously, you guys know that I fucking should have held up silence instead of casting Esper Sentinel now. I was really thinking about Nate's Ranger Captain. I completely forgot myself that Tyler had the ability to shoot it. Had I remembered, I probably should have Savine Reclamation back a Plains instead, so I could have held up silence, but I didn't do that.
I have exiled the card face down, convoke with 3 creatures to cast this Saw in Half, targeting the Hoarding Broodlord. It is destroyed. I will get 2 Hoarding Broodlord copies. Do 2 searches. I'm going to pay 2 with convoke, and I'm going to cast the Defense Grid.
I don't think there's anything that exists now that we could have, so I think you're good to go.
I know for a fact there is not.
Use my remaining black mana here. Burnt offering one of these Hoarding Broodlords into 8 mana, 5 red, and 3 black. I'm going to use 1 red and 2 black, and I'm going to escape Saw in Half, targeting the remaining Hoarding Broodlord again. I will exile these 3 cards. I guess Molten Duplication is strictly better at this point, right?
Always, yes.
Yeah.
Found 2 mystery cards. This Saw in Half, Saws in Half this token. I get 2 tokens again that are even smaller Hoarding Broodlords. Invoke and pay 1 red to cast Molten Duplication, targeting Dockside Extortionist. And I will hold priority, convoke, and pay 2 more red, leaving 1 of each floating. Cast a Dual Caster Mage. I'll have the ETB, target Molten Duplication. I am going to make a billion 2/2s and attack.
Wonderful.
Nice.
We're dead. Very dead.
We're so dead.
Great win from Tyler. Underworld Breach is still very powerful. Not sure yet if IMSKIR is the Rakdos legend of choice or if just Rakdos is a decent shell and this IMSKIR commander was able to do something with it, but either way, great win, Tyler. Also, Nadu, fucking insane.
Yeah, this deck is the real deal, so we'll definitely be seeing it on the channel. More to come.
PLHAGE, not so good. Cool in theory, I like what it's doing. Dockside has a couple cool, interesting loops in Boros, but not enough ways to find them and not enough card advantage. And the NECROBLOOM is interesting. The most powerful casual commander I think we've seen in a long time. For cEDH, I'm not quite sure, but 6 did a lot.
Yeah, I'm glad that we did get to see 6, and really I feel like that's the standout card from Nate's side of the board here. 6 just, I think, has overperformed in this game and really is able to take
take advantage of a lot of stuff that really I wasn't thinking about initially. So awesome to see here.
We have another game from this match coming up this Tuesday on Chill to Win for our patrons for $10. If you want to see PLHAGE and the NECROBLOOM do a little bit more, they do a little bit more in that game.
So make sure you check it out this coming Tuesday.
Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support us directly, you can do so on Patreon, like our $100 patrons.
Very Con, Old and Grumpy, Odd Setterian, Gecko21, Caleb Ritchie, Zach Hartley, Kajo Alex, Sean in the Ice, Mark Cirillo, SoCal Actora, Stormageddon, Luke Cook, Demon of Rosgreaves, Peter Stewart, Cornell Wild, Uncle Butts, Nick Foles Goto 9, Kawaja 8 Hamid, Lauren Connell, and Baby G-Bus.
If you want to pick up any of our merch, you can do that at playtowinmtg.com.
Including the Gatorwin merch that's available there too. And huge shout out to Dragon Shield for sponsoring the show. Make sure you check out our affiliate link down below and code PLAYTOWIN5 for 5% off your order.
Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for more content.
Thank you so much for watching.
See you next time. Can we talk about our $50 patrons?
They are Mystic Muffin Man,
Nick Saxby,
Jacob Bauer,
Big Mike,
Reactive,
Tyler Watson,
Brian Barrington,
Zachary Coulson,
Tyler H,
X Tyler the Tree X,
Mallcraft,
Driving Crooner,
Jabaha,
Mace the Ace,
Dalton Poteet,
Hobo Ghost,
Justin,
Man Solo,
Pedro,
Jacob Tepp,
Michael Below,
Yawn Wildfang,
Thomas Bueno,
and David Nelson.
Thanks, y'all. Hamana. By golly.
Best you wish you weren't a